Hey everyone, welcome back to the RPGames YouTube channel. My name is Ralph. This is Expeditions Rome. It's a new addition in my Let's Try series. This is the demo version. The actual game comes out next week on the 20th of January. You can already purchase the game. There is a link in the description. This is an affiliate link, just so you're aware of that. I will get a small commission if you purchase through that link. It's a way to support the channel, if you feel like doing that. So in Expeditions Rome, we are playing Romans. I think this is the first game ever where I'm playing a Roman. Not saying it's the only game out there, I'm sure there are plenty. But in the role-playing world, I'm not sure if there are many games where you play Romans. This is one of them. I've been playing prior to recording and I couldn't stop playing. Like, this is a lot of fun. I'm loving this game. There's a good chance this is gonna turn out to be a full playthrough on the channel at some point. If that's what you want to see, let me know in the comments.
In the year of Lucius Licinius Lucullus, Rome was prosecuting several wars of self-defense, most notably in Greece, where Lucullus himself was commanding the legions. With everyone's gaze directed at the provinces, few could have known that a seemingly inauspicious event in Rome would become the central fulcrum around which the fate of the Republic would turn. The paterfamilias of a venerable patrician house had passed away unexpectedly, and a senator by the name of Vitellius Scaevola had made a bid for the hand of his eldest child. His widow alone believed that Scaevola had poisoned her husband, and now strove to take his place and claim his property through marriage. Acting in secret, the widow arranged for her youngest child to be taken out of their villa in the dead of night and smuggled out of Rome.
So in Expeditions Rome, we're gonna play a young legatus, and we are being sent to Greece, to the island of Lesbos, where we need to quell a Greek rebellion. That's gonna be our first task when we arrive there. Let's see if I can find a portrait that I like. Ooh. Do we have a guy that looks tough? Yeah, we have one guy that looks tough so far. This guy looks pretty arrogant, right? It might be a good option too. Trying to project some things in the game here. Yeah, let's grab this guy. That's fine. What is our family name going to be? Let's see what we can find. Furious. That sounds great. And now we need to find some first name. When I was testing the game, I saw that as a female character, you don't get to pick a first name. Apparently, women did not get a first name in Rome. Not quite sure how historically accurate that is, but I'll believe the game. Quintus sounds like a good name. And then we need a nickname. How about we pick Novellus, because Quintus likes to write novels. He's an aspiring writer. And I think he's gonna be one of the first to really explore like the fantasy genre. Quite sure. That is exactly what is going to happen. So we can turn the character around. How are we gonna find a face that actually looks like the picture? That is presumably not going to happen. I think this is probably the closest. Let's see, hairstyle. This looks like the picture at least. Oh no, what is this? Oh, that's like a pineapple haircut. Yeah, no. This is the simplest one. We need light brown hair. Will it be this? Auburn? Now let's take a little bit darker hair. There we go. And in body height, we can be incredibly tall, we can be small, just gonna stay average here. Let's confirm. Each of these 3 perks unlocks unique dialogue options to persuade other people in different situations. Think about what kind of character you want to roleplay. Choose your rhetorical style accordingly. During the story you may get a chance to master a second technique. So we got ethos, which is the art of using the power of your authority and your abilities to get your way. Logos, the art of convincing someone with sound logical arguments and reasoning. Or pathos, the art of winning people over using stirring rhetoric and emotional manipulation. Since I picked the arrogant character, I'm going to convince everyone of my authority. So let's pick the ethos one. Gonna play on normal. Let's leave all of that as it is.
Did you hear me, Domine? Your body is surely present, but your mind seems somewhere else.
I'm sorry, old friend. I guess I'm still thinking about what happened.
Our departure was very sudden, I know. But do not dwell on the past. Better to focus on what's coming at you. I asked the Triarchus how close we are to Lesbos, but he would not give me a straight answer.
He still just claims we're close to our destination?
Indeed. In his defense, there are many islands on this sea, and they mostly look the same.
That's
Will
no
you
excuse.
check with the Triarchus? Hopefully he will give you a clearer answer. He told me his name is Geminus.
Maybe he'll respond better to someone with real authority. Yeah, respect my authority. Family is paying for this trip after all.
You were the authority of your ancestors well. I'm sure he'll give you what you want.
He better.
You should also go and thank Quintus Aquilinus. I do believe he saved our lives with his timely appearance at the villa.
There are few passengers on this galley.
Your mother paid Geminus handsomely to set off in great haste under cover of night. 2 others did board with us, also bound for Lesbos. Young Gaius has been pacing impatiently over there, wearing grooves into the deck. There was a gladiator too, but I don't know where he went.
Thank you for coming with me, Cineros.
Thank you for bringing me along. It'll be wonderful to see my homeland again.
Okay, let's talk to this Geminus fellow. So the quest markers point you towards your mandatory objectives, and your optional objectives have a different symbol. You have goals. Quest markers are only displayed for the currently tracked quest. When you have more than one quest, you can change which one you're tracking from the quest menu. And then we have the camera control. Okay. We can turn it around here.
You found your sea legs quickly, Domine.
So you can see here, this is the main quest, this is an optional quest. And the game shows you where you need to go. Let's speak with this tough guy looking character.
The sea better than most. I'm glad.
Centurio, I want to thank you for your timely arrival at my villa.
The timing was fortunate, but there is no need to thank me. The consul sent me to get you. Please, call me Kaiser, if it's not too familiar.
Can we go over the plan? Our departure was far too hasty to discuss our course of action.
Ah, she did not keep you apprised. Your mother has secretly been making arrangements with the consul. You are to join his command staff as Tribunus.
I see. What are the duties of a Tribunus?
You will have very little responsibility. The Tribunus of the Legio assists the Legatus while they learn how to command a military organization. You will not see combat, nor will you make any important decisions. You'll be safe, as your mother wanted.
Well, how am I going to learn anything then? I can't learn combat from the back line, can I? But this will be an excellent stepping stone to becoming a senator.
Indeed. Military service is mandatory to be elected as quaestor, but you know that. One word of advice. I know Lucullus is a friend of your family, but remember, he is the consul, elected by the people to rule all of Rome. It's best if you don't act too familiar with him in front of his men.
This is actually very funny now that I see the term quaestor. I was actually I called it a quaestor because I suck at Latin and don't know how to pronounce this stuff. But I was part of a student fraternity, and the person responsible for the finances had the title Quaestor. And so that was me, way back in, oh my god, 98, 99, somewhere? What's your relationship with Lucullus?
For many years, I was the primus pillis of Legio Prima Italica, which he commands. He needed someone he could trust to get you out of Rome and keep you safe.
What does that even mean, the primus pillis? I have no clue. Will you return to your position when we reach Lesbos?
That position has already been filled by one of my centuriones. A good man, easily up to the task. My job now is to watch your back and help you settle into your new life.
I'm honored to have you with me.
Happy to be at your service.
Yeah, he looks like he can fight, so let's keep him as a friend. Let's talk to the Triarchus. Who else do we have? What is this guy here? Gaius, what are you doing? Get over here. Don't walk away from me.
I heard he's running from a senator who wants him dead.
Hey, this guy is running from me. Salve! I don't believe we've properly introduced. My name is Quintus Furius Novellus. Furius Novellus, yeah, that's what I'm gonna write. A Furious Novella.
It is a pleasure. I am Gaius Julius Caesar.
Probably the only one who thinks that was funny. Anyway, well met. This is all quite new to me. May I ask you a few questions?
Not at all. But keep in mind, I'm not the most experienced soldier either.
I see. How many wars did you fight
honest,
in?
this will be my first proper battle. I did study a lot though, and therefore I am well versed in matters of strategy and tactics.
And why did you join the Legion?
That's a long story, my friend. Suffice to say, the powers that be are not fond of me. I have decided that staying in Rome could be, shall we say, hazardous to my health.
I see. Well, maybe I don't want to be friends with you then, friend. Because I actually have a career in Rome waiting for me. So let's talk later. Alright, Triarchus.
What is he looking for?
He's been like this all morning.
Geminus, wasn't it?
What? Yes, Geminus. So, I'm a little preoccupied.
Oh. I clicked too fast. There was actually an option to be arrogant. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Ah, damn it. I should have taken that one. I will remind you that until we reach our destination, you work for me. Well, this is arrogant enough. You have been paid to take me and my contingent to Lesbos within a certain time. When will we arrive?
Forgive me, I did not intend any disrespect. We have only a short time left to go. If not for the lack of wind, we would be there already. But I will push the rowers harder.
Yeah, you better. What is it?
They're headed straight towards us. They're gonna ram.
Wait,
Get
what?
your father's weapons. Let's see if you can actually fight.
Now, all of a sudden, you see a ship showing up that is close enough to ram us. Oh wow, there we go. Look at that!
Gaius, are you alright?
I'm fine, Centurio.
Form up! Let's get these pirates off our ship!
Did you see the rowers kept rowing while we were being rammed? That's some dedication there. I think those slaves deserve one lashing less today. So, we're in the preparation phase. Before combat begins, you will often have time to organize your Praetorians into a formation within an area highlighted in blue. Simply click on one of the Praetorians, then click where you want to place them. It's generally a good idea to put your heavy infantry in front and your archers and support behind them. When you're ready, click the End Turn button to begin. Okay, so who is our heavy infantry? This guy is an archer, so let's put you here. You don't seem to be heavy infantry. Oh, that's me actually. Yeah, no, I'm not heavy infantry. This guy is heavy infantry. Let's put you there. Let's put me in the middle here. Something like that. Like I can be arrogant, but I'm not cowardly, okay? And we click the button. To attack an enemy, first select a skill to use. Each skill cannot be used more than once per turn. Many skills require your action point to use, and some have limited charges per encounter. Okay, so this is turn-based combat, and basically you can move your characters around, take an action or not. So I could run this guy up here, then come back to this guy, do something, then go to that guy, do something, then attack with this guy again. So you are free actually to move around and take actions. On the portrait here you will see the 8, this is your movement points, and then the orange square is your action point, so you can take one action basically. Now a number of these characters, and probably all the pirates here, they are like very low ranking opposition, so if you kill one of them you get your action point back and you can take another action, which is pretty cool. Okay, so during combat characters can take actions in any order. For example, you could move a ranged character a few hexes towards an enemy, shoot, and then move back again. Yeah, that's right. You're also free to swap between characters during your turn. For example, one character can move, another character can move and attack, and then the first character can attack as well. Probably better explained than what I was trying to say, but... Okay, so we are gonna try and shoot this guy if we have a visual. Let's take an aimed shot over here. Any status effects applied to a character will show up in the tooltip. The number indicates the remaining durations in combat rounds, while the bar indicates how severe the effect is. Status effects can be positive or negative or neutral. To get more information about a status effect, press the See Status Effect key to open a list of the statuses currently affecting a character. So if we hover over this character, and then you can see the status effect. So if we press the E key, we can see that this is an untrained member. Incapacitating this character will restore the action point, which is what I just said. And then the condition is a negative one, harried, which gives minus 25% damage and minus 10 to all resistances. So the guy has 3 hit points left. I am going to take him out with this buddy here. We're gonna move over here. Then I'm going to do a concussive strike that should take him out. Whenever you kill or incapacitate an untrained character, you regain the attack action. Remember that any given skill can only be used once per turn. Action points cannot be saved for the next turn. So that means that I just used my concussive strike. I cannot use that again. I still have 6 movement points, so I could move. However, this strike here has reach, and I can hit over 2 hexes, so I can just use this one, hit this guy.
You're deadly with that thing. I've lived other lives before this one.
And I actually almost took that guy down. Look at that, that's very nice. Alright, so we have Kaizo here. This is our heavy infantry. He doesn't move very far, unfortunately. Let's run him up here. Let's do a slash. And then, of course, I can swoop in and claim the kill. Aha. That was the whole purpose here, of course. Oh, and then, of course, I don't kill him. Yep. Well, hey, that was my arrogance on display right there. Okay, instant karma and things like that. I don't believe in that. I actually should believe in that, clearly. That was funny. Okay, so let's click on our end turn button, and then all the other characters get a turn. Ooh, they got archers. That's actually a good bunch of them.
Where's that gladiator who boarded with us?
Up there!
Never underestimate the value of an impressive entrance.
He lands completely on top of him. Okay, that did not happen in the previous game, so that is so funny. Okay, so we got two characters here with 1 hit point. I can shield push one of them to death. And then I can actually kill this one with a strike. Oh, look at that, lopped his head right off. Love it. Okay, so these are not wounded yet. Let me take my archer and do some damage. Let's do some damage over here. I cannot see that target. What is going on? Let's move in a little bit then. There we go. Now, we could take out this one. Yeah, let's just do that. And then I get my action point again, and then I can whack this guy. Ah, okay, that's good to know. So the ranged attack basically makes me move first. I move back first and then attack over 2 hexes. And because I moved back, I got an attack of opportunity against my character. If you move out of a hex that is adjacent to an enemy wielding a melee weapon, you will get an attack of opportunity. Watch for a red arrow along your path to see if you'll get attacked. Each character can make 1 attack of opportunity per turn. Okay, so this guy is almost dead. So now let me try and swoop in here and kill him. And I am actually going to punch this guy. Would have been more fun if it was like a backhand, you know, like preferably with a glove. Okay, we got an archer over here. I cannot reach all the way back there. That's unfortunate. Let me see. What can I still do? Oh, actually, I have control of Bestia as well now. Let me move a bit closer here and let's do some damage. That did not do a lot of damage, but as you can tell, this guy has 12 hit points, the archer, so this is not one of those easy to kill characters. Let's see. Kaizo also still has movement. Let's run him up there. And then how about I stay... Oh, I can actually move here? Oh, then I'm totally gonna move there and I'm gonna attack this archer. There, you archer. Take that. We can still move with our own archer here. How about we move him up a little bit? Although I assume that the other characters are gonna start moving in too. Or the other pirates. Oh, that was heroic. He's killing the people that are already on the ground. Okay, you see, like, the archer wanted to run away. So apparently they don't like being in melee combat, and then he got 2 attacks of opportunity. That is good to know. Okay, I can go over here with Kaizo. And then let's hit the guy.
At last, we're nearly done.
And oh, is there only one left? Okay, I need that kill. Okay, Bastia, you got that? I need to kill. You are not going to kill this guy, Bastia. You hear me, Gladiator?
These people are so weak.
Alright, let's move in and kill him. Yeah, oh yeah, whack his arm right off. Victory in our first battle. Pretty good. All of us are uninjured. So, even though Cineros here got hit, once the combat is done, you lose all those wounds apparently.
Back to Neptune's asshole, barbarians.
The Triacus ran us straight into the pirate ambush stream. Allow me to execute him right here and right now. This traitor must be working with them.
We are sailing to join a war against pirates. It's not so surprising that we should be attacked by pirates on our way.
Don't be naive. This was no random attack. They were out for blood.
It is quite unusual for pirates to attack any ship, let alone a heavily armed Roman galley. They prefer to attack lightly defended coastal towns instead. It's less risky and more profitable.
Well, let's go talk to the man.
Did that barbarian just call me naive? It's unacceptable.
Geminus, you steered us into a trap.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I had nothing to do with it, I promise. They came out of nowhere.
Silence! You utter nonsense! By Mars, it is the sea! How can anyone come from Rome?
We cannot execute a man based on no evidence. Besides, we need our Triarchus to make it safely ashore.
What do you say, kid? What do you think we should do?
Gaius, if pirates don't attack ships, as you say, why would these ones make an exception?
We are, many of us, important people, on our way to join the action against Lesbos. Is it not conceivable that the rebels heard of us? The Kingdom of Pontus is known to sponsor pirates, to harass and weaken Rome. I do not believe we have any reason to suspect our Triarchus of colluding with them.
I kind of agree with that, to be honest. Why do you want him dead, Gladiator?
We are close to our destination, and we can reach it without him. If there is a possibility that he is working with the enemy, we cannot risk to let him live. Mercy, doubt, hesitation. These are all openings that the enemy can exploit to kill you. This man's value to us is far less than the threat he may pose.
I kinda would agree with you. However, since you think I'm naive, I'm not going to. I would like to execute him, but then I'm siding with the barbarian here, so that's not what I want to do. I'm above that. What's done is done. There is nothing to gain from executing the Triarchus now.
Very well. We shall spare his life. But remember, mercy is a luxury you will not always be able to afford.
Perhaps, but in this case we certainly can't afford to lose our Triarchus. Still have to reach Lesbos.
A wise choice, my friend. Killing the Triarchus of our ship in the middle of the sea would have been inconvenient, indeed.
Thank you. If you ever again need the help of a skilled navigator, I am at your service.
Rowers, up the tempo! Keep your eyes open.
Okay, now we get to choose our class. There are 4 classes and, well, since they're Latin terms, get ready for me to butcher anything that remotely looks like Latin. So we got the Princeps, heavy armor and sturdy tower shields give Rome's frontline infantry unparalleled survivability. The Princeps is the most straightforward class to play. And then there are 3 subclasses. The Defenders focus on survivability and protecting allies. The Vanguards charge into the fray and excel at using their shield as a weapon. And the Veterans lock down enemies and resist enemy attempts to do the same to them. Then we got the Veles. The speed and unpredictability of light infantry allows them to cause great chaos among enemy ranks. Subclasses are the Assassin, they have good mobility and high single target damage. The Duelists are evasive fighters that dodge and weave between attacks. And the Brawlers are versatile fighters that excel at penetrating enemy lines. Then you have the Sagittarius. The ability to strike at a distance makes archers very flexible, hampered only by shields which deflect their arrows. You have the Marksmen. They are defensive archers that deny areas to the enemy. The Hunters are close-ranged multi-target shooters. And the Snipers who prefer to pick off single targets at great distance. Now we've got the Triarius. The third line of a Roman legion can reduce the effectiveness of enemies and improve the performance of their allies. We've got medics that heal the teammates and remove negative effects. We got the flag bearers that control the battlefield by buffing allies and moving enemies. And we've got the destroyers that deliver devastating attacks that damage enemy armor. Okay, so since my sun sign is a Sagittarius, I'm gonna pick this one. And then as a starting skill, I wanna be a sniper. Let's pick that, confirm.
Gentlemen, welcome to Lesbos, the pearl of the Mediterranean.
An ugly nest of pirates.
An impenetrable fortress of pirates, more like. With an infinite food supply thanks to the strength of their fleet.
We shall find a way to limit this infinite supply then.
You think like an imperator, Gaius. All right, people. This is Lucullus's war camp, the heart of our operations in this territory. You have been seaborne for a long time now. I suggest you walk it off. See the things you have to see, and meet the people you have to meet. The consul waits in the command tent. Don't be too late if you don't want to see him angry.
And look at that. I mean, the graphics of this game are top notch. Like, I love the way this looks. This is the command tent where we're gonna meet Lucullus. But look at this, there's training areas. You have the there's even a pool, look at that. These Romans had pools and everything. Very, very nice. Okay, let me walk over here. Gonna talk to my mentor for a moment.
Domine.
What do you know about the consul, Cineros?
Dominus Lucius Licinius Lucullus was a close friend of your father's, and a supporter of your mother's efforts. He is now the closest thing you have to a father. You ought to keep this in mind.
Why would Mother send me here, of all places?
To save your life, of course. She firmly believes the Vitelli killed your father. Sending you here was the best course of action.
This is what it takes to bring the Vitellius brothers down? So be it.
That is a practical outlook. But be careful that you don't focus so much on your ultimate goal that you miss important lessons or experiences along the way.
I will talk to you later. Let me run over here. And I'm gonna completely ignore the barbarian, of course, who is beneath me. common rebel. He's good to be on the front line in front of me, catching the blows.
Or they'll be dead.
This is not going to work, as long as the rebels keep receiving supplies by sea.
We will need to cut their supply lines. It's an operation for our Arrogantus speculatoris.
Ave Lucullus, we have arrived as requested.
By Jupiter, you sure have grown up, haven't you? This is the promising young man I was telling you about, Thermus.
Quite unassuming, but full of potential, I guess. Prime material for the speculatores, if he can prove himself.
I don't have to prove myself to anyone.
Misplaced confidence can be as dangerous as incompetence. A trial by fire is what you need. Now pay attention. We've been in a deadlock here on Lesbos for some time now. My co-consul, Marcus Aurelius Cotta, is engaged against King Mithridates of Pontus in the east. Mithridates is using the pirates of Lesbos as his navy.
The fortress of Mytilene here is well protected, but it also has a weakness. There's a mountain pass we can utilize. I will lead the assault myself.
I volunteer for the vanguard. If my uncle can defeat Pontus, I can surely handle Mytilene.
So be it then. Meanwhile, you will prove yourself as a leader, my young ward. Take Caeso Quintus Acollinus, your Servus Cineros, and that gladiator who came with you on the ship. You will meet up with Julius Calidus of my legion speculatoris. Your mission is to sneak into the harbor and destroy the enemy ships any way you can. I expect you have questions.
I prefer to choose my own people.
Prove yourself, and you will be able to name your companions. However, you will want Calidus on your team. Trust me.
All of this is just a secondary operation to Cotta's campaign?
That doesn't make what we're doing any less important. Mithridates has a dozen warriors for each of our legionari. Defeating Pontus will require patience and caution. Regaining control of the Aegaeum Mare is a crucial step in cutting off Mithridates' supply lines.
Now, arrogant as I am, I have to respect the hierarchy here, and Lucullus is of course a higher ranking member of Roman society. So I'm going to obey, of course. No more questions, I'll do what needs to be done.
Wait, are those your father's old weapons? I'm sure they mean a lot to you, but look, the leather is brittle. This won't do. Visit my smith Sextus and get yourself properly equipped before you go.
When you're ready to leave the area, look for this icon to find an exit to the world map. Okay. How about we find the smith, who is right here.
Saw Agrippa harassing that old Servus with the limp again.
How long are they going to keep us here?
It's driving me crazy too. I came here to kick me.
You won't do anything about it. Agrippa is connected.
Salve, Legionari. If you're here to get your weapons fixed, you must have me confused with Vulcan.
The consul said you have new equipment for me.
Well, if he said it, I guess I'm obliged to make it true. Help yourself to any of the gear on the racks. Take all of it if you need it.
If I need something special, can I commission you to smith it for me?
I have enough work on my hands right now supplying the consul's centuriones.
Thank you, Ferrari. I'm sure I'll see you again. To see which objects you can interact with, press the highlight all key. Click on the equipment on the table to collect the contents or dismantle it to salvage. Salvage is used to craft new equipment. Okay, so there are apparently ways where you can craft your own equipment. Maybe you need specific skills for that, I'm not quite sure. Let us take everything here. You have received a piece of equipment, but you must assign it to the character before it can be used. Click here to open the party inventory. Okay, so we have this very handy exclamation mark here. This is the party management, and these are your quests. So let's take a look at party management. The screen shows the values that affect each character's performance as well as their experience points and their personality traits. Experience is gained from completing quest objectives or erecting milestones on the world map. These are the character's combat stats. The values shown here include all bonuses from the character's skills and items. Hover over each stat to get a description of what it does. And then you've got perks and personality. The character's personality traits determine which of your words or actions will cause the character to gain or lose approval for you. Perks give bonuses when assigned to certain tasks in the camp or when commanding the Legion in battle. That would be really cool if there is actually some kind of like gigantic combat mechanic. Okay, so let's take a look here. We've got armor. The damage of every incoming attack is reduced by the target's armor value before any health is lost. Armor does not apply to damage blocked by shields, and critical damage bypasses it as well. Then we've got health, so I have 14 hit points. When health reaches 0, the character is incapacitated and will begin to bleed out. Movement, the character can move 1 hex for each action point. Or for each point of movement. Movement is determined by what kind of armor a character wears. All of a character's movement points are replenished at the beginning of the turn. Now we've got accuracy. Each point of accuracy adds 1 meter to the maximum distance of ranged attacks and to the distance at which you can hit a target without suffering any damage penalty. Okay. Okay, and for the different classes, you have a different stat here. So here it's shield strength for the Triarchus. We have armor shred, and for the Veles we have focus maximum. Cool. Okay, so we do have one of each now, with me being the archer. The skill screen is where you purchase class skills and assign those skills to your hotbar. Here you can see how many unspent skill points you have. Passive skills have a round icon, while active skills have a square icon. Active skills must be assigned to the skill bar to be used during combat. And then I think based on the level of the character, you have a limited amount of skills that you can actually put in your hotbar. I don't think you can put like all of the skills in here. So I have 0 unspent points. Alright. All unequipped items currently in your possession show up here. Use these buttons to filter which items you want to see. And then there is equipment slots. Drag items into these slots to equip them. Specific items going to specific slots. You can also click an item to automatically equip it in the right slot. Okay, so we can put on some light armor instead of our toga. That looks okay, I guess. You can see the Gladius does 2 to 5 damage. We have a better Gladius here that does 4 to 6, but we have an Arcus, a bow that does 4 to 7. So let's equip that. When you equip a weapon, you gain access to the skills. You can hover over any item to see what skills it will give you. Each character can carry 2 sets of weapons and can freely swap between them in combat. Click this button to select which weapons your current set. Only the skills from your current set will be shown in the skill bar. Okay, so I can still equip the Gladius here. Okay, like that. Okay, that's fine. So that is me fully equipped, it looks like. And then the triage menu, where you can treat injured Praetorians to prevent their untimely demise. You do not have any injured Praetorians at the moment. And then at the top here we have our currency, so we have 3,000 denarii at the moment. We have 10 slaves, they are used to construct and staff buildings in your Legion forts. Slaves that are assigned to an upgrade will no longer be available as a resource. Oh, so there is going to be some kind of base building aspect of the game as well, apparently. Then we have rations for our party and our legions. Each Praetorian consumes 1 ration every 8 hours. Okay. And then we have 20 medicine. Medicine is used to treat injured Praetorians. Keep your medicine well stocked or your wounds may fester. Very interesting. And one other thing that I noticed while we were still at the boat, when I made the decision not to kill the Triarchus, there was a small pop-up that said, like, warmongering Praetorians didn't like that decision, peaceful Praetorians liked that decision. So there is going to be not really like an alignment, but at the very least an opinion that my subordinates have over me, and maybe depending on that opinion they want to either work with me or not obey my orders. Those who do not obey my orders are certainly going to be flogged. Just putting that out there. Also going to show you the quest screen real quickly. So we have a completed and the active one. And we have to travel to the warehouse and meet Julius Calidus. We're gonna do that in our second episode though. So this is a let's try. It's gonna be 3 episodes. If you want to see more, let me know in the comment section. And I'll be more than happy to do a full playthrough for this game, because I'm really enjoying playing this game. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.